Hey there guys, my name's Rick Utzer here with Airgunweb, your home for old school airgun reviews and where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Today's video is on the Benjamin Gunnar. Now, this is a 25 cal bottle gun, obviously. It's sort of looking like an AR-15. It's got a lot of cool things going for it, and I'm hoping to tell you all about it today. So before we get started, I definitely want to say thank you to Pyramid Air for sponsoring this video, for providing most of this gear you see here today. They have been a great sponsor for many, many years. In fact, everything you see here, you can get on their website, www.pyramidair.com. So definitely check them out. And when you do, let them know that Rick sent you their way. So let's talk about the Benjamin Gunnar. Obviously, like I said in the intro, this is like a chassis gun, and if I'm using that incorrectly, I know you guys will correct me, but we've got an AR style stock with an adjustable, an adjustable stock here, and it adjusts in and out, adjusts up and down. It's got good adjustability there, an AR style grip, and the chassis is, minimalist in the sense of that's it. There's no forestock and a bunch of other stuff on it. It's just, there it is. One of the things that they've done, and this was a choice they made, and I actually like their choice. Other people may disagree with me, and that's fine, but they used 3,000 PSI fill set. So instead of a carbon fiber bottle that needs 4,500, which arguably would have given you more shots and maybe more power, depending on how you set the rig up and stuff. But they went with an aluminum bottle. This actually is pretty cool because it's much easier to fill to 3,000 than it is to 4,500, especially if you're bringing tanks out in the field or something like that, because you're able to top off a lot of times something like this versus if you need a 4,500 PSI fill, you got to have a personal compressor or a booster. They've really set, I think, a good standard here. It's my personal opinion. I'm glad they went with the 3,000 PSI bottle versus the 4,500. Now this is regulated and you can adjust the reg. There's instructions in the manual on how to do that. We're not going to get into that today. We are shooting this basically bone stock. So, we're shooting this as we got it. I have cleaned the barrel since our original testing, so we'll see how she does today. It does have variable power, and we'll get those numbers for you too. But some of the things that we also tested right before setting this video up was we tested our DB numbers and we tested our trigger pull. So trigger pull, let me pull that up here so I want to get the numbers right. Let's see. So trigger pull came in at 10.2 ounces. That is pretty doggone good. I haven't played with any adjustability at 10 ounces. I don't think I need to adjust it. That is pretty awesome. On the noise side of things, so we topped out today. Let's see. Yeah, our top out was 108.9 dB, and that is just a couple feet from the muzzle on high power. Now, we drop down to low power, and all of a sudden we see that change to 101.5 dB. So there is a difference between high power and low power. One of the cool things they've done, if you want to quiet this down, is they've included an end cap that has a threaded 1/2 UNF threaded end on it. So if you want to put something on the end of this to make it quieter, it's what you need is already in the box. You just got to buy that accessory to make it quieter. So with all of that sort of out of the way, let's do some shooting, because ideally we want to know power, we want to know accuracy. Today we're shooting at 50 yards. We got wind today, guys, and I know you hear that a lot, but it's that time of year. We're in West Texas, and guess what? It's windy. All right, so we're not going to shoot paper yet. We're just going to get some power readings. I want you guys to kind of see what this can do. There's a power adjuster right here. That is low power, and it's like a ball detent there. It's very stiff, so it's probably not going to move around on you in the field. All right, just low power. Let's see where we're at. 687. Okay, let's go to the next one, and it's hard to kind of go to the next one. I'm just going to kind of go where I think it's the next one. The ball detent's really not very distinct. 761. Okay, we'll go to this one. 800.
30.
And then full power.
879.
Okay, so that's a fairly good power range. If I look at that, let's see here. We go from 26 foot-pounds to 43.6 foot-pounds. That's actually really good as far as a range goes. So if you just want to plink in your backyard and you're only shooting at, I don't know, 20 yards or something, or 30 yards, maybe you don't need to run full power. That's kind of a cool feature, and I'm betting, I don't know for sure, but I'm betting you're going to get more shots on low than you're going to get on high because the restrictor is not going to let us much air through. So let's just sight in. We're going to take a few shots, see what we're hitting given the wind conditions today, and see if we need to make any adjustments. I still got pretty much a full mag there. Let's see here. All right.
872.
Way right.
$877.
Okay, let's bring it to the left some. I may need to get a rear bag too.
$877.
Okay. Wind's really picking up.
$875. 872.
I'm going to try and get locked in here a little bit better with the rear support. Let's see. Let's just take a few more shots and just make sure we're dialed in today.
872. 872. 872. 870. 872. 870. 868. 868. 872. 872.
Okay. I think we're dialed in, and I definitely think getting the bipod lowered and having some sort of rear support to help me stabilize the gun definitely made a difference, as you guys can see there. Just for giggles, that's 16 shots. The spread was only 9 feet per second. Standard deviation is 2.6. And we're looking at 42, 43, 43 and some change on the high side and 42.5-ish on the low side. So, yeah, that is very consistent, very accurate. We got really funky conditions today, so it's like right now it's not too bad, but then all of a sudden it goes crazy. So let's go ahead and we're going to shoot for accuracy now. I'm going to leave the chronograph running so you guys can hear the variations, if there's not much of it, but you at least can hear it. And we're going to go ahead and shoot a full 10-shot group with the Kings, and then we'll shoot the Heavies, and then we'll shoot the Hades, and then we'll go ahead and do a wrap up here. But I'm going to change targets down there. And yeah, let's do some more shooting. If I'm remembering in my test video here, Shot count is about 50 rounds before you fall off the reg, which is pretty doggone good. We'll see here. I've got at least 20 in right now with between testing and then that sight in. So I think we're doing okay. We're going to get probably 50 rounds per fill on high power, which is pretty good. Okay.
$875. $870. $870. $870. $870. $870. $872. $870. $870. $870.
Okay, so there's 10 shots. And I mean, our consistency, just the reg in this is really good. If I'm looking at, we're still at an extreme spread of 9, standard deviation now of 2.3. So that is pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and switch over to the heavies. I'm just gonna check my pressure again. I'm still over 2,000 PSI, so we're still fine. And let's go ahead and shoot another 10 shots. Let's see here. Get comfy. Could use this bipod to be a little more stable, but oh well. Let's see. Okay.
82.
That went way low. Let's take another shot, see where it hits.
779.
Okay. I'm going to adjust and put the last 8 shots where I think they're going to land good. We'll see. Here we go. So we're right having to hold over about 1/2 mil.
777. 772. 770. 772. 779. 775. 775. 765.
Okay. That is not bad. I'm thinking what I'm going to do here. How much air do I have left? Yep, I'm going to shoot another one. Now that I know where the hold is, and I'm going to see if I can do better. Okay, I'm going to shoot another 10 shots with the heavies. Let's see where they land. I'm going to try and adjust and see if I can do my job here.
$779. $779. $775. $770. $768. $768.
No, I think we fell off the reg.
777.
No, we certainly didn't. It's just
768. 775. 772.
Okay. Well, I was trying to shoot accurately, and it's not bad. Like 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches, something like that, maybe. But no, it really, I don't think the heavies are going to be the right call on this gun. Let's go ahead and switch, well, actually, let's go ahead and top off, and then we'll switch over to the Hades. We'll take a look at all three, and then I'll try and shoot the best of the three. I'll try and shoot as accurately as possible, and we'll see what we can get. Time for the Hades. And I don't know if this is going to be really a hunting gun. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if you guys think this is something you would want to go hunt with, or if this is something that you would probably do more bench rest shooting with. I'm just curious. I mean, you could probably rig up, you have a mount here, a rail here, rail here. You could definitely rig up a way to put a sling on it, so you could sling it if you needed to. But I am curious what you guys think. Would you hunt with it, or would you just shoot like I'm shooting on the bench here?
$854. $856. $854. $854. $849. $854. $851. $851. $851. $851.
Well, there you go. That'll do. That'll do really well. Okay, so same point of impact as the Kings. There's not that much difference in weight. Yeah, extreme spread of 7, standard deviation of 2.2. That is awesome. It might be just whether you're hunting or target shooting. The Hades seem to do pretty doggone good at 50 yards. I'm going to run another set here. And if they shoot that good second time around, I don't need to shoot another one. That's going to be it. I mean, we pretty much can see the Hades or the King there.
$854. $854. $854. $851. $851. $851. $851. $851. $849. $851.
Okay, I mean, I had one go left on me, but I mean, that is essentially, well, it's not like one ragged hole, but that's pretty doggone. I mean, if I mic'd it minus the one that went to the left, that may be half an inch group at 50 yards. That is just stinking awesome. Now, I guess I do want to shoot the Kings just one more time to see, because I seem to have gotten a way to lock this in to get some more stability for myself. So I want to give the Kings another shot. Let's see here. We're going to go back to the Kings now. Those are the heavies. firearms. Let's see here. Ooh, high. Okay.
872.
Shoot. Well, the others shot a little high too, didn't they? I'm looking at the group now.
870. 868. 872. 868. 868. 865. 868. 868.
All right. Yeah, I think that is. I think you could go with the Kings or with the Hades. Maybe the Kings for target practice and the Hades for hunting if you want to hunt with this. But dude, that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna go grab that target. We're gonna wrap this up. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. What did we get? Well, those are our groups, right? So our test group here, our first sort of group here with the Kings, did pretty good. I'm looking at the rear of the target. Their shoot and sees are a little deceptive. That's pretty good. It's definitely under an inch. When we switched over to the heavies, heavies, I don't know, I could watch them in the scope and they didn't seem stable. They were hitting fairly good as far as fairly true, but their flight pattern just wasn't very stable. So I don't think the heavies are the right choice for this gun. Now maybe if we turn the power up, that would change, but I think either the Kings or the Hades are going to be your better option. We switch over to the Hades, and obviously, I mean, the Hades did great. I mean, from a hunting pellet, it's not quite as good here as the Kings, but as we drop down to this group, the Hades kind of flipped it. So the Hades were better here minus the flyer than the Kings minus the flyer. So, and I don't even know if that was a flyer. It could have just been me, whether it was me or the wind or the gun or whatever. But nevertheless, I mean, if you take that group right there, again, center to center, I bet you that's about half an inch. And that is impressive. I mean, we're talking about a gun that is getting consistency on the reg. Oftentimes, it's under 10 feet per second with a standard deviation of around 2 or less, maybe 2 and a bit. That is just awesome. Shot count in the 50s on high power. Adjustable if you want to take it apart and adjust the reg. Is it perfect? No, there's a few things, you know, as I shoot it that I would like differently. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little wobbly, and this whole assembly here is, for me, I need it a little bit more secure so that I don't have the inconsistencies when I'm shooting, and that may just be I need to spend more time with it. This rail here is way too thin as far as strength. Thin's the wrong word. It's just not strong enough. When I had the big bipod and I had it mounted forward, which I would prefer to have the bipod more forward, this bends. It doesn't support the weight of the gun. So to put it back here where it joins is fine. You don't have that. And then if you want to put a laser or light or some other accessory here, or maybe a swivel mount so you could have a sling or something, you could do that. So it's still useful. I just would like to be able to put my bipod forward so that I could, I don't know, just get the balance a little bit better on the bench. This is, you know, it's a cheap bipod I got on Amazon. So, you know, that is what it is. If I had a super wide stance, heavy duty bipod, I might have had different results. But nonetheless, I'm just showing you guys how I'm doing it. But other than maybe this little wobble here and this rail, I'm super pleased with this gun. The other thing I want to talk about, which was kind of a bummer. And I don't blame Pyramid Air, I don't blame Benjamin. This is squarely on FedEx. You guys need to do better, just straight up. The case, beautiful case. It comes in a really nice hard shell case. You guys will be seeing the B-roll of it now. Really nice hard shell case, but it came in trashed. And There was a shipping snafu where it had to be double shipped, and maybe that extra time on the truck caused a problem or whatever it is, but it's a real shame because the case is very nice. It looks like they really tried to pull together a super nice package for you guys when you buy it. The case it's a very nice case. I want to make that point over and over. That it was a shame that it got trashed by FedEx, and that's a bummer. But yeah, the gun itself, I'm a fan. Whether it's not, people ask me, should I buy it? That's going to be up to you, right? So if you're looking for something like this in about the $1,000 price point that gives you that kind of consistency, and then I would like to shoot at 100 yards, but I'm not going to try to do it in these conditions. It's just not practical. It wouldn't be fair to the gun. But I think given what I'm seeing at 50 yards and the fact that I could tune the reg, I think we could probably do some 100-yard shooting with this. Is it going to win an EBR or something? But probably not. But maybe, maybe in the hands of a better shooter that knows more what they're doing, possibly. I mean, I think the bones are there for this to be a really, really nice bench rest gun. And the price point at $1,000, I think is also, very good. That's my personal opinion. I know people are probably going to argue that point, but I mean, that's just my 2 cents on it. Whether or not it's perfect for you, well, now you guys know. You know the trigger pull, you know the noise, you know the consistency, you know shot count. You know a lot more about it now than maybe you did before the video. So now you know if this is something that's going to interest you. If you are interested in any of the stuff you saw here, check out the video description. I'll have links down there. Again, thank you to Pyramid Air, thank you to Hawke, thank you to FX, thank you to JSB Pellets, all the various sponsors that help make a video like this go together. Thank you very much. And I guess that's going to be it. My name is Rick Utzer here with Airgunweb, your home for old school airgun reviews, where we tell you the facts, not fluff. Thanks for watching.